Hey loves, you're listening to Stephanie Jane Audio, and today's training I've titled I Knew All the Rules, but the rules did not know me, guaranteed. And this line is actually from the Into the Wild soundtrack, a song written by and recorded by Eddie Vedder. So I was actually at a cafe in Hollywood the other day, and the guy from Into the Wild was actually at the cafe table next to us. Now I must admit that I'm quite bad at my celebrity sightings, so I didn't actually notice. My friend pointed it out to me afterwards. But it got me back to, I've listened to the soundtrack so many times, and so it just got me back into listening to it. I've listened to it a few times now in a row, as I do once I get really into something. I can get a little bit, once I really start liking a song, I play it on repeat like 10, 20 times a day. It's just my personality type. You may or may not be like that also. So this line, I knew all the rules, but the rules did not know me. It really just brought something to life, something I've been musing over and I really wanted to share with you. So this basically means that we have these rules that we think we need to abide by. We have these rules that we think we need to live our lives by, of these rules that what we can create and these rules around what we can do and what we can't do, or rules about how things should work or how things shouldn't work. And it's just realizing that we made up the rules for our life ourselves. You yourself have decided what the rules are for your life. And I'm not saying you came up with them completely by yourself. It's been from personal experience, it's been from societal conditioning, and it's been from the collective unconscious as well. So these are rules that you have decided are true for you, that you've decided work for you. And by rules I mean things like 1 + 1 = 2. You just know that that's a rule that happens. And a rule that, if you might have a rule in your life that says if you go to college and get a degree, that's the right way to live. You might have a rule in your life that says the way to live a good life is to get married and have some children. You might have a rule in your life that says I'm only successful if I have a amazingly successful business. You might have these different rules in your life. And it's just bringing awareness to what rules you've actually created for yourself. So what rules you have currently in your life that you've been living your life by. I encourage you to tune in. And if you're anywhere near a paper at the moment, I'd encourage you to write it down. Or if not, you can do this in your mind. You can just pause it. Because I don't think with any of these audios it has to be something you have to think about for, or make it a massive thing, but it is something you can. What I mean is you can do this work instantly. Is what I mean by that. If you have a pen and paper and you want to be able to write it down, amazing. Otherwise, pause it and do it in your mind. But just because the output isn't actually the deliverable isn't actually the point. The point is going through this process. So however you go through the process is perfect. So thinking about what rules you have for your life currently, thinking about what rules you've decided that you will have your life by, that you will live your life by, that rules that work for you, rules that don't work for you. It might be in terms of business. You might be like, in order to start a business, I need to plan. You might have a rule that says I need to plan it out for 6 months before I start, or in order to start a business, I must be a complete expert and I must have 3 different qualifications. That was an unconscious rule that I had for myself actually in terms of when I was starting Stephanie Jane International. At the time I thought I wanted to be a one-on-one coach, so I thought, if I'm going to be a one-on-one coach, I need 3 different coaches. A rule I had was I need to be very qualified, because I've grown up in an environment where I went to school, I went and got a degree, and I thought if I'm doing something else new, I need to be very qualified. So I got 3, and really not necessary at all. But that was a rule that I had for my life, that I just decided that was the rule. And so it's just bringing clarity to that. So what rules have you decided that work for your life? And when you think about your business that you're starting to create, What rules have you decided work for that? So if you're just starting out in business, you might have a rule that says, well, it might be a rule that says, well, when I've, launched my business and I've got 1,000 followers or fans or 10,000 or 100,000, whatever your number is, or even 100, it might be like that's the rule that you need to have in order to, I guess, either launch your first product or launch your service, or what kind of, just for actually even starting, you might have a rule that you need a certain fan base. So just have a think and have a tune in. What rules have you created? What rules have you created for yourself already in terms of your life in general, and then in terms of planning out your business? So what rules are already kind of in place, and they might be unconscious, you might not fully be aware of them, but just tune in. What are things that you think would, that you kind of got in place for the rules for how you can create your business? And then, love, I invite you to smash them. I invite you to metaphorically break them. I invite you to metaphorically go in and look at them and really start to look at them, really start to question them. Are they true? Are they true? And are they a rule that you want to have? Are they a rule that you want to live by? Are they a rule that you want to apply to your life? And by is that true, I mean asking, is that true for every single person who started a business? And if it's not true for every single person who started a business, then it's not, it's not a rule for everyone. So that's one that you've just created, or, from experience that you've got into yourself. And then, looking at those rules, are those rules that you want? Because you can actually choose, love. And that's what it means by that saying. So I knew all the rules, but the rules did not know me. Meaning, the rules are all made up. They are all made up. We have decided how our life works. We have decided how we think things should work. But the rules don't actually, they don't know, the rules are, it's just not a thing. It's just not a thing. The rules are all made up, and you make them up, because everyone, even you can look at this in terms of your life and what you've experienced so far. You might see other people and they're doing different things in their life. They seem to be living by a different set of rules. They seem to be able to do actions that you would not do. They think thoughts that you would not think. They think some actions are okay, some actions are not okay. And they just have a different set of rules that they run their business by, that they run their life with. And so they've chosen different rules for themselves, and you might see that, take a look at it and see, are those rules working for them? Are those rules helping them to get to where they want to be? Are those rules that feel good to you? Are those rules that don't feel good to you? And just choosing, if you're going to have rules, if you're going to make these rules for yourself, just being aware of them, so that you can consciously decide if that's something you want to have as part of your life. But you can also just explode them and just explode these rules, because you make the rules. You are your own rule maker. You make the rules. You make the rules. You make the rules. So, what rules are you creating? What rules would you like to have in your life for how your life works, for how your business works? What are the rules that you are going to choose to create for yourself? And obviously make these rules that you like, rules that feel good to you, and rules that you vibe with, rules that feel right, and rules that feel possible and just achievable, and all the good feelings. So what are some rules that you could create for how things work, and consciously create them? Don't just download rules that have come through, either, as I said, from the collective unconscious or from society conditioning. Create your own rules for how your business will run, how your business will work, how you'll get clients and customers, and how long everything will take for you. Make your own rules. Make your own rules. I knew all the rules, and the rules did not know me. Make your own rules. And discard rules that do not feel good to you. Discard rules that are not true. Choose your own. Become consciously aware of the rules you're creating in your life. And I cannot wait to see what you create. I'm so excited to see what you create. Definitely let me know in the comments what your key takeaway from this audio was. At stephanijane.co you'll find an email list area, maybe at the bottom of this video, and just sign up so that you can be notified when new audio files or new audio trainings are released. And yeah, let me know what your key takeaway is in the comments. What rules are you deciding to just blow up? What rules are you blowing up? And what rules are you deciding work for you? Because it's your belief in the rule that makes it real. It is your belief in the rule that makes it real. Okay, bye loves. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. And I'll catch you on the next audio. Bye.